Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Neverwinter Nights. Right, we're just gonna wrap up all the quests we still have. Fortunately, not many of them. Finished up the quest with Linu now, and there's just actually the Grey Tree and Animal Rescue. So let's go find Nyatar. And then we can finish the main quest and actually find a cure for the Wailing Death. Alright, Nyatar.
Greetings again. Nature welcomes you. I hope the day has held you in better health than those poor creatures in the Black Lake Zoo.
There has been some progress in freeing the animals. That is good to know. Truth be told, my animal spies have kept me informed. I have felt it necessary to carefully monitor the creatures involved. All the animals are free and safe. I pity about the deaths among their captors. All life deserves a chance. But perhaps that was their chance. I would call the encounter as a success, and must reward you accordingly. I'm sure you will be pleased. Please accept this reward with my blessing, and that of the Earth Mother and Tree Father. Well, you must agree that I am worth more. Perhaps I could grant you a bit more of nature's blessing upon you, but I cannot make this allowance again. This ironwood is as much as I can manage. The temple is severely strained in this time. That is sufficient, thank you. You have served the Earth Mother and Tree Father as well as could be done. Yep, as much as a tree hugger I could have been. Well, I have almost the same skill set, but still. And just like a druid, I can wear metal armor. Don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah, just the wailing in the water Davians.
You are a welcome sight as always. Is this visit in regards to the fourth water Davian creature? We are all eagerly awaiting its recovery. As soon as we have the fourth component, we can begin the ritual to create the cure.
I have the last of the reagents from the Watchdavian creatures.
Truly, the heart of a hero beats within your chest. Of all who have sought the creatures, you have proven yourself above everyone else.
I'll explain about the Dryad.
It is shameful the way such a gentle creature is mishandled. The plague does enough harm without us adding to it.
The cure will now be ours, Malcolm. Neverwinter owes you a debt it can never repay. All I can offer is this small sum of 500 gold pieces. Thank you, Erebeth. You are most generous.
You have earned a place of honor among those who sought to aid Neverwinter in these dark times. You will stand with us as the ritual to create the cure is performed. Are you ready to go to the ritual chamber? We must leave as soon as possible.
Yes, let's go at once.
Then we shall waste no more time. Neverwinter has suffered long enough.
Ah, Judge Olaf Uskar.
Hail! You have provided a great service to all of Neverwinter in these trying times.
Click to continue.
As a token of Lord Nash's gratitude, he thought you might want to bear witness to the cure's creation after all your hard work.
Click to continue.
Before the ritual proceeds, however, the four assembled would each like the chance to speak with you and offer their personal thanks for what you have achieved.
Click to continue.
Go on, speak with them. I must inform the town crier of the good news.
Surely. Right, let's check the dividing pool. Did I leave anything behind that is of any significance? Nope. Alright, then we can go. Well, let's see, there's Erebeth over here, Dester and Fenthic, and Lord Nasher Alagondar. I wonder why Fenthic is still over there with Dester. Shouldn't he be with Erebeth at this point? I mean, the task is done.
Greetings to you. Preparations are well underway for the ritual. If all goes well, we will have the cure in just a few moments. I must say, I knew you would be instrumental in this cause. You've always presented the confident look of a person called to action.
Is there anything I should do? What happens now?
You needn't worry about anything. Your efforts got us this far, and now the ritual will take care of the rest. Following that, I will see to your reward. For now, you can leave what must be done to us. You've earned the right to bear witness, however, and I'm sure the others would say the same.
I have questions about the ritual.
I will try to explain. Is there anything specific you wish to know?
What is involved in it?
Well, several of our Tyrian priests have already begun preparations. Their meditation will allow the different components to be combined smoothly. Desta, Fenthic, and I will all begin the main incantations as soon as we are prepared. If all goes well, we'll have the cure in mere moments. None too soon for Lord Nasher. The plague has weakened him considerably. I think he almost considers it a personal insult to be seen this way.
I imagine he is more used to a stand-up fight.
Yes, I would agree. He is archetypal. We are almost certain the plague was an attack, but he has no idea what kind of villain would stoop so low. It is a bit of a shocking revelation. I wish we still lived in a time when the possibility of someone doing this was unknown and unthinkable.
What form will the cure take?
Well, we have prepared a small container. The mixture itself will be fairly unspectacular to look at, despite the importance of it.
Let's go back to my other questions.
As you will. What do you want me to say?
Will things get back to normal now?
Well, once we have the cure in hand, we will determine the best way to get it to the most people as soon as possible. It will take time, so we'll treat the most severe cases of plague first, regardless of station. I just hope, well, we'll worry about other things later.
What concerns you, Erebeth? Tell me.
We are very near our goal, but I can't help but worry about the effects of the plague. There is a great scar across Neverwinter. Already I see the distrust. The mood of the city has changed. When all is done, the people will want someone to blame, and I don't know if we will find anyone.
Well,
I shouldn't ramble on like this when we are so close to a cure. This is a happy day, and we got here because of you.
I have questions about your fellows.
I'm certain they can speak for themselves, but I will answer any questions you have.
Well, how is Lord Nasher faring?
You should really ask him that. He despises being thought of as weak, and would much prefer to be involved in any talk of his health.
Has your opinion of Desta changed any?
I would ask whether your opinion of him has suffered. It was your efforts that brought us this far. His claims of action seem based on your results. While you searched, his Helmite's blessed. While you fought, his Helmite's blessed. The comfort he brought will pale next to the actual cure you have provided. Of course, he is needed for the final ritual, so I cannot dismiss him entirely. Fenthic also serves as his advocate, so he must be deserving of some respect.
Well, will your relationship with Fenthic improve now?
This time has been difficult, and our difference of opinion made it more so. Fenthic and I have had little to speak of besides the plague. I understand why he vests so much hope in Desta, but I could not. I know the power of faith, but you need to back it up with action.
Well, the gods are powerful. Why not rely on them?
I am a paladin of the just god tier. My sword is edged with belief, but it is my arm that must still swing it. I simply feared that if we waited for faith alone to save us, we would have more martyrs than survivors.
Ah, fair enough. Goodbye.
Yes, farewell for now. There is much I must do to prepare for the casting to come. The incantations are very complex. You should speak with the others. No doubt they will each have their own feelings about how our situation has changed.
I'm sure they do. Well, let's talk with Mr. Sunshine himself. Desta looks strangely calm, like he has complete control of the situation. He repeatedly scans the room, taking note of every detail.
Well, hello! I imagine you are well pleased with yourself? This is your doing, after all.
I am a hero, that's what we do. I'm sure you made my Helmite brethren look quite ineffective by comparison. The importance of what we were trying to do was called into question. Of course, now it is time for you to step aside. The ritual will not require you. You may watch as we create the plague cure, but do not interfere. I have questions about the ritual. Then I suggest you study magic for a few more years. You are not part of the spell, so I see no point in having you mimic the incantation. We will invoke energy both arcane and divine, and when we are done there will be a cure for the plague. That is all you need to know. What will you do after the plague is cured? With the cure in hand, my reason for being in Neverwinter will be gone. I will be returning to Helm's Hold for a time. Beyond that is my own affair. I have questions about your fellows. My interest in these people is shrinking as we near the end of the plague. You would do better to speak with them yourself. Well, goodbye. Yes, let me concentrate on the ritual to come. Goodbye, Malcolm Erikson. I am sure you are proud of all you have done. You speak with Fenflick and Lord Nasher. I am certain they would want to congratulate you. We will begin the ritual when you are through with them. Well, Fenflick looks absolutely elated. He is certain that the cure for the plague is mere moments away. He is smiling broadly at Dester. Well, that's a waste.
Hello there. A grand day, isn't it? And you are to thank. It was your effort that allowed us to progress this far.
Indeed it was. You found the Waterdavian creatures, allowing Dester and his Hellmite brethren to concentrate on helping the spirits of the plague on the people. Now he can construct a cure, and all will be well. I did the important part. Dester sat on his hands. I don't like your tone. You are just like the others. You don't realize the importance of what he has done. Even now, that kind of attitude keeps his hands tied. I have had to... Well, suffice to say, it's been hard getting Dester the resources he needs. Really, Fenflick, now is not the time for such talk. Others will not understand like you do. Of course. It's better that we look forward. But in a few moments we will have the cure. Why did you hesitate to tell me something? Oh, it's nothing, really. Something better left unsaid. It's a matter for Dester and I alone. You can tell me. I've proven myself trustworthy. Yes, you have. And I will not push you aside. I have seen my companions do that too much already. You see, Dester has been pushed out of the plans for this ceremony. His efforts to help are ignored. My companions mean well, but they are too untrusting. Have you done something to help him? It's a small thing, really. I mean, he needs to help for the cure to work. He shouldn't be held back by suspicions now. He has proven himself. You see, for the cure to work, he needs to draw magical energy from the Temple of Helm. It's apparently very dangerous. It might kill him. Erebeth and the others would never allow it, so I gave him my key for the wards against protecting Castle Never. The magic of Helm will aid in our spell. Is there a precedent for this? Will it work? Dester has assured me that it is all very sound reasoning. It's a simple thing. It will ensure the cure is as potent as it can be. Doesn't that leave the castle unprotected? Of course not. I would never endanger the castle. Dester will simply channel a little Hellmite energy to help the cure be as potent as possible. There is no danger. The wards are still in place. No one can enter or leave without alerting those of us with keys. What would Erebeth think of this? Erebeth. I love her dearly, but her eyes have been closed to the horror of the plague. I must do this for the good of us all. You will see. Alright, my other questions. What will happen during the ritual? The Tyrian priests have already begun the incantations. Erebeth, Dester and I will join them when we are all ready. We should have the cure soon after. I will hope it will work on the advanced symptoms. There are so many people infected. What form will the cure take? I don't really know. I would like to think it would be an inspiring beacon of magic and hope, glowing with divine energy and radiating healing warmth. Of course, the size of the container we prepared seems inadequate for such a miracle. I may be a bit overexcited. Alright, my other questions. I have questions about your fellows. I would not presume to speak for them. If you wish to know what they think, I'm certain they could be welcome for or welcome your questions. How is Lord Nasher faring? He has kept his gallant posture throughout, though I worry for him. He will not show a need for help. He may be far weaker than he seems. Will your relationship with Arabeth improve now? What? I'm not sure what you mean. Certainly we've been occupied by events of the plague, but I wouldn't let our minor disagreements color my love of her. You think she feels differently? I haven't seen any signs of it, and I certainly know her well enough. She's just concerned for the sick. You are mistaken. Perhaps you see what you want to see. An empty statement. You are merely another doubter, trying to see the worst in everything, while I refuse to fall in step. Arabeth knows my feelings, just as she knows Dester is genuine. The plague has cast everyone into the dark. I will try to help them to the light. Fenthic, you are so bloody naive. That's just... You keep secrets from her, isn't that a clue? I have done what I must for the good of us all. Yeah, that's very, very poor reasoning. And I believe all of my actions will be vindicated in the end. Well, sometimes the means don't justify the ends. Goodbye. Yes, it is best that I concentrate on what is coming. I will have to be very careful not to disturb the incantations Dester utters during the ritual. You worry too much about Dester. Really you do. I see you have not yet spoken with Lord Nasher. You have played an important part and should allow him to express his thanks. Yeah, I'll do that, but let's first double back to Arabeth just in case.
Hello again. I have a moment to talk, but as soon as you have finished speaking with everyone, we can begin the ceremony.
Fenthic says that he gave his ward key to Dester.
I am aware. Our guards here are very observant. There will be consequences, but not for now. There are more important things at hand. We will watch Dester carefully, but he is needed for the incantations, and I will not risk his temperamental nature and spoil our chance for a cure.
Indeed.
Fenthic takes foolish risks, but I will not allow any harm to come from this. The plague will not divide the living.
Sensible enough. Goodbye.
Yes, farewell for now. You have yet to speak.
Yeah, I'm getting to that. Let's just turn around. And sidestep. And then crab walk over. No, that's turn. Right, so, and then crab walk over to Lord Nasher. Because I don't need the mouse to control this game, I can do it like this. Lord Nasher is a regal looking man, easy to picture as an adventurer in his youth. He's showing early symptoms of the plague, however.
Well, you must be the one Arabeth has told me of. I must say that I appreciate what you have done. Neverwinter is going through a difficult time. It is good to know that we can count on people of quality to assist us.
Well, let's just kick in immediately. Fenthic says he gave his ward key to Dester.
I would ask you not to push into the affairs of my trusted advisors. Fenthic has my full confidence, and by his word I trust Dester to act responsibly.
I suppose he has warranted that.
Do not concern yourself with it. Castle Neverwinter is well fortified and nothing shall disrupt the ritual. The cure is all that matters now.
I have questions about the ritual.
Thank you, but that will be handled by Arabeth, Fenthic and Dester. The details of it need not concern you.
Fair enough. Will things be getting back to normal now?
Things will not be normal until we have captured and punished the culprits behind the plague. I have never seen my Neverwinter injured so.
Investigations in the Dock District suggest you knew Vangal Bloodsale.
I've had some association with the scoundrel, but this is not the time to discuss it. The plague is not his style. He would be disgusted by it.
Let's go back to the other questions.
I will allow it, though I would request that you make it brief.
I have some questions about your fellows.
If you wish information about my trusted advisors, I suggest you ask them yourself. They have been instructed to be cooperative.
Does that extend to each other?
You are referring to the disagreements between Eribeth, Fenthic, and Desta. Yes, they have had different ideas about how to fight the plague. I demanded it. I have no use for advisors and officers who merely parrot each other. I wanted every option covered, regardless of whether everyone was in agreement. And now it's clear Eribeth was right to suggest that you help, and Fenthic was also wise to advocate for Desta as aggressively as he did. The cure will soon be ours. I will allow it, though I would request that you make it brief.
Let's just end it in here. Goodbye.
Yes, it is best that we commence with the ritual. Ready yourself. The plague ends with this.
Alright, neat. Let's just get over here then.
It's working. Concentrate.
Soon. Very soon. It's done. It worked. We have the cure.
Yes, Fenthic. I have the cure.
What do you mean?
Stand still so I can hit you!
What treachery is this?
You have no idea what a moment! Defend yourself! Just lay down and die! No, Desta!
Alright, gauntlets.
Treachery! We are betrayed. The cure is gone, and I am to believe Fenthic had a part in this as well? I will have someone's head over this!
Yeah.
You must bring Desta to justice. We must find him and demand his explanation. Fenthic's as well.
Desta appears to be a traitor. What are your thoughts?
I don't know what to say about this. If Desta has been against us all along, his villainy has affected all of us. Every plague victim. We suspected the plague was artificial, that it was an attack of some sort. But I can't believe someone in our midst would actively prevent us from curing it. I can't imagine the motivation of this man. Obviously he wants us to suffer, but the reason why escapes me.
Should Desta be killed?
Desta is deserving of death, as are any accomplices, but I must know why this was done, why my Neverwinter was attacked. And we still need a cure. The ritual was not interrupted, so Desta must have the untainted result. It must be retrieved. Once I have the cure, once we all have the cure, then Desta will be judged, his plot and masters exposed, and punishment will be dealt.
Who were the attackers that Desta allowed in?
From first glance, they appear to be some of the Hellmite brethren that were dispensing blessings around the city. I suppose if Desta was false, then they were as well. I will have my guards examine the Hellmite temple and try to understand what these people were hoping to accomplish. I charge you with finding Desta himself.
Well,
There is little time for questions now, but I will answer as best I can.
what do you think of what Fenthic has done?
His actions seem foolish. He will be judged harshly if his reasons do not satisfy. I would give him the benefit of the doubt, but I lack the patience I once had. I have seen Neverwinter crippled with plague. I have seen attempts to poison. Now I see attacks that cause panic and confusion. It is too much! I've no trust left. If Fenthic aided in this attack, he will stand accused with Desta and meet swift justice. The people will demand it.
What's Fenthic really done? Nothing outright criminal yet.
Neverwinter is a fair city. A tragedy like this can change much. The citizens will demand justice. They will want the head of their enemy on a pike.
Yeah, Desta then.
They will not be kind to apparent collaborators. Whatever his true motives, Fenthic spoke on behalf of Desta many times, so he is already tainted by association. If his reasons do not absolutely satisfy, I do not foresee a happy end to this matter. Eribeth will know what is coming. I think we all do.
Why would he follow Desta?
I don't know his reasons for following Desta, but I have learned a few things about elves in my dealings with them over the years. It was explained to me that the human mind is jarring to an elf. They are much longer lived, and their changes are more gradual. They think long-term. Fenthic and Eribeth are young elves. I cannot justify what Fenthic appears to have done, but perhaps he doesn't comprehend how quickly a man can change, or seem to. Desta was a friend yesterday and an enemy today. A lifetime for such a change would be drastic to an elf. I suppose a day is unthinkable.
Farewell.
Go quickly while Eribeth can still maintain the portal. Neverwinter. I must have an explanation.
Very well.
Hurry! Get through the portal while I can still maintain it! Find the cure! Get Desta and Fenthic too! He may be under a spell, or I don't know. Can you imagine? I must wish Fenthic harm rather than face the possibility that he might have known of this.
People will think he did. He supported Desta.
Do not say such things. It cannot be. He was mistaken. He was fooled. He was... Damn him!
Yeah, he was damn naive.
People won't let this pass. They have been denied a cure, and they will want vengeance on the traitor and anyone that helped him. I won't be able to protect him. I won't. Perhaps delivering Desta will mitigate things. Find him alive if you can. Find Fenthic and get him to... I don't know. I don't know what will help now.
What will happen to Fenthic?
I don't know. People will think he's in league with the greatest threat we have ever known. I don't know. He was mistaken. He was an advocate for a traitor. People will not understand his naivete, his trust. Could you blame them for finding a scapegoat?
What are you going to do?
I'll maintain the portal as long as I can, but it may be a while before we can send guards through. You'll have to go on your own. I'll also try to make this sound better than it is. I can't hide Fenthic's blind trust of Desta, but if I explain it in context, maybe...
Yeah, I don't think nuance is gonna help against an angry mob. Where does this portal go?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I can't see through Desta's magic. It probably leads to wherever he and his false Helmites originally came from. Desta claimed he came from Helm's Hold in the east, but I don't know how that could be true. They would have no part of a plot like this. Wherever the portal leads, I'm sure it will be dangerous. He must know we would send someone after him. Be careful.
If Desta and his helmets are fake, where are the real ones?
I don't know. Perhaps Desta killed them. It seems impossible. He came from Helm's Hold. If that great hall has fallen, this is an even greater tragedy. This is a huge undertaking. It seems like Desta has done all this to promote the plague. But why? So many dead. Now the hold?
I'll go as quick as I can. Maybe I can catch up.
The city guards are needed elsewhere, so this task falls to you. Go before the portal falls.
Alright then. And that's it for this episode. Ooh, a long one. Thank you for watching. See you all next time when we go chasing after Desta and finish finding out what the heck has happened. Thank you for watching. See you next time.